Hi everybody. On Friday, I saw the movie Contagion. It was scary-ish. It was good. Okay. Basically, it's about a virus that breaks out and starts to kill a lot of people. It follows a few different storylines of different people that it affects, and basically, the movie is about trying to cure the problem and tracing back where it started from. So then you get to see, it's kind of cool, you see it reverse how it transferred into the population, which is fun. Um, I have a lot to say about it. So, what I really liked is how realistic it was. Like, it could happen. And I think that's what everybody's been saying about it, but it's true because it's not, totally outlandish. There's no, zombie apocalypse. There's nothing like that. That's totally never gonna happen. It was real. Like we've almost gone through it. It's crazy. Um, Except it was kind of cute in the movie. It never goes to Canada, which is where I'm from. So my city's safe. So if there's ever a disease outbreak, never mind. Yeah, no, don't come to Toronto. Stay far, far away. Um, I found it really scary because it was so real. Um, but I think that's what made it so good too. It was just really scary how real it was. Um, and the acting was really good, except for Kate Winslet, who I don't understand why she's in movies sometimes because I find her to be completely useless. She always has this sort of airy voice to her, and it's really irritating. And I don't think she's very good. But again, Matt Damon was good, so maybe I'm becoming a Matt Damon fan. Who knew? Um, And also, there's the theme of there's a guy who's a super big conspiracy theorist, and it's Jude Law, which is sort of conflicting because it's Jude Law, so I want to love him, but then he has this weird tooth, and he's really, really, not an admirable character. But he has a blog he calls like the Truth or something like that, and he says that he has the flu and um, that he cured himself with a homeopathic remedy called forsythia. And so he shows himself taking it, and then it turns out later on that he never actually had the flu. And so that's kind of neat that there's this, homeopathy theme there. Um, Also, the end of it I really liked. It just sort of fizzled out. Like it just sort of ended. Nothing exciting happened. It just stopped. Just like that. And I liked it because I think that's what would happen with the disease. Once the vaccine was distributed, everyone would sort of forget about it and it just sort of fizzles out. And I think that that's really appropriate way to end the movie as well. Um, Also in the movie, the scientists are the big heroes. That's fun, but she's really humble and she goes through some rough stuff to find the cure. So kudos to her. Um, the movie also really looks at how hysteria would break out in this sort of situation. And again, it was just sort of right along how I think that it would probably happen. So that's good. The directing was really good. The director, he would sort of zoom in on things for longer than necessary. But it was to show the connection between different characters. Like a guy would cough and touch the handle on a bus, and then then the camera would stop and look at that bus handle for a little while, and then move on, and then it connects all of the characters without actually having them interact, which was really exciting as well. Not exciting. It was just neat. I liked it. um, what I didn't like, it was kind of anticlimactic. But again, if there was a disease, well, I guess there would be a climax at which point. But like the movie didn't have a point where it was super exciting and you knew that that was the final battle or whatever. It just wasn't there. No biggie. I think that was kind of the point, actually. And if you compare it to other post apocalyptic films, I guess it wasn't apocalyptic, but other disease outbreak apocalyptic esque films, it's not as exciting. I'll say that. Yeah, it's there's no chainsaws or fun things like that or whatever. It's just there. It just happens. So it's good. One interesting thing that happened after the movie, I went and saw it with my BF, and he went home and he got into this fight, I guess, with somebody online because there's animal testing in the movie. And they show it as just something that you have to do. To find the cure, they have to test on monkeys. Like, they just have to, you know? And so he got into this big fight because this guy said it was like, um, that the whole movie was like propaganda for a pharmaceutical company to show that animal testing is okay and that if there's ever an outbreak that they have to be the ones to fix stuff. And so they got into this huge argument about it, and it was actually kind of funny. So there's also that theme of animal testing. It's not even a really big deal. I think they show the monkeys in a cage like once, and it's like one dead monkey or whatever. Um, but yeah, so a movie that has lots of science stuff in it that's fun and lots of real science. Um, Bashes homeopathy. The scientist is the hero. I think it's a pretty big win overall. So I'll give it 4.5 fomites out of a possible 5. As a side note, I've been watching a crap load of cartoons lately. I watched Despicable Me, Monsters vs. Aliens, Mards Needs Moms, Rio, and other ones. They're really good. So if you have a whole bunch of spare time, which I know most of us don't now that it's the school year, but if you do, watch some cartoons because they're super good. Despicable Me was adorable. I loved it. Okay, that's all. Bye bye.